and then get out to some false alarm.
And you got to do it before you get out there. You can't get to the false alarm and then be like, I knew it.
Okay, well, I'd stop putting it on. I'd be like, listen, I've done this 100 times and nothing, so I'm not putting it on anymore. I'll put it on in the truck if I see the smoke.
But it's not enough room in there, and you're stiff.
And can't you find while you're
driving?
You got to have room
to put on the gear, right?
That's Lots of questions.
That's why you guys have the big. That's why you have your big, luxurious locker room, like you think you're the Orlando Magic or something.
We don't have those, but the issue is
saying nothing that I know and being mean.
Yeah, the issue is, you're driving down the road with no seatbelt on, going through red lights.
We shouldn't be allowed to do that. You should arrest yourself for doing that.
You can't do that.
I can do whatever I want. My car drives me around.
What we call
my
due
car
regard.
drives me around. I'm high as hell. I'm masturbating.
Come on.
No, but you have to look forward, right?
I'm not.
Don't you have to look like the Tesla?
Okay,
like
do you
my
want
buddy
the trick?
has one.
I do. Do you want the trick?
I don't have one,
the
but my
trick
buddy
is
said
if you
he
have a
has
hat
one.
and sunglasses on, it gives up. I'm
Oh,
not
really?
joking. I'm not joking. If you leave your hat and sunglasses on, it'll say like facial monitoring, but then it'll say view blocked by cap, and then it'll say view blocked by glasses, and then it's like, well, I got nothing.
I have no idea.
So like the Tesla, the newest like software on it or whatever, you can have it like hands free and it'll drive for you, but you have to look forward. So if you have somebody in the car and you look over at them, then the fucking car is like,
literally, it's like me talking about firefighting. He knows nothing of what he's saying.
Is that not right?
Looking straight ahead.
The hat and the glasses do.
Okay, so you're coming up with one special fucking workaround.
it works.
So
it works.
I'm a little bit correct.
It's awesome, and you just go and you could be on fentanyl.
What if you just have a picture of yourself on the headrest?
I have
hop
that.
in the back seat. You
I have
don't even
that.
have to.
It's got weight. It senses your weight. That's you got to put a
one of
sandbag.
the old school stickers that we used to put on the wall, or it was like after our age.
Oh, what about the driving crooner sticker? Anybody know what that is? Anybody know the driving crooner?
Could you put a dummy in there?
I do know the driving crooner.
Do you know the driving crooner?
I don't know. What is that? What the hell are you doing?
If you
He's
know,
smoking
you know.
a cigar.
If you know, and my fedora. It's a sticker that Tim Robinson puts on the outside of his car, so it looks like he's smoking a cigar and has a fedora on. And it's a sketch called The Driving Crooner, and it's really dumb, and it's not your type of humor, but it's the type of thing that I'll watch all morning just in preparation for our friends of firefighters to come by. All right, would you like to begin?
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay, you start.
Buckle up, boys.
Oh, and this will air Monday, by the way, just, because we're ahead and recording.
Air Monday.
Oh, because of somebody's surgery. We got it.
No.
Yeah,
I'm working the day after my surgery.
it.
I'm working the day after my surgery. Name a firefighter that does that. None. Okay. You want to start?
What are we marketing towards?
Yeah.
Well, this is to get the people out.
Yeah, this is to get the people.
Not other firefighters. You guys are busy.
You guys
already
are all
showing
busy.
up.
You guys are protecting the. You guys are protecting
this
our
is
city.
for the people presented by the firefighters, not to get other firefighters out.
Is that what we're supposed to say?
I'm sorry. I like declaring.
No, you're on my. Okay, you start, buddy. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So every year, for how many years now, John, have we been doing this?
I've been thinking this. It's got to be like 14.
Get right on the mic.
We
should
have given you a mic.
Yeah. We're
Man,
sharing one. He
I
can just
should've
lead
been-
it. Just lead it a little bit there, John.
Professional enough to not ask the only guy without the mic.
Yeah. You there, the person relaxing.
14 years, I think.
All right.
Congratulations, y'all. That's a long time.
And so John and Steve, both firefighters, have been coming in to promote St. Baldrick's, which is coming up at Citrus City Craft.
Yeah, man.
Johnny's here from Citrus City as well. Now, this is on St. Patrick's Day. Day before. So March
16th, yeah.
Okay. And so head out to Citrus City Craft in Sanford and participate because it's all for a great cause. It's for, childhood cancer. And so you guys have been doing it for a while, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate all the time that it takes to put on events like this because it's difficult.
And you guys have been growing your hair out and cutting your hair for 14 years, raising money, getting the word out, moving it to multiple locations, consolidating different charity events that you had to get one. You've been doing it for a very, very long time, just beating the drum. As a tribute to you, as some love to you, I wrote you a song
Oh
that
boy.
I think encompasses everything.
There we go.
That
I was gonna say, how'd you know? How'd you
think-
remember all of that?
I
You've done
believe-
some research.
No. I just remember the things that you say do not fall on deaf ears here, sir. They go in, and you touched my heart.
Let's
and
hear it.
You touched my heart.
Let's get to it.
Firefighters, what do they do? I know they play pickleball. I know they make stew. I
Chili.
know they grow mustaches. I know they clean trucks. And their Kelly Day schedule while they earn big bucks. But the best thing they do on their permanent vacation is they get out the word for St. Baldrick's Foundation.
Sing it.
The drop.
Lazy all year, but they still care. Firefighters and St. Baldrick's, a winning pair.
All right. Yeah. There
Let's
it
raise
is.
some money for pediatric cancer. Let's save the kids.
Yeah.
That I just want to make sure all the listeners heard that said lazy all year, right?
Yeah, it's lazy all year.
That was a big drop.
But we
That was a
still
big drop.
care.
We
Lazy
didn't
all
sing
year.
it.
Yeah, lazy all year is inspired by my good friend Tom Van. These are all facts that he has told me
No,
about.
I didn't say that.
These are all things he's told me. These are the
Oh.
firefighter facts.
No. I,
Is that why you want to do that in your next life? Be a
well,
firefighter?
it's one of
you
the.
can be lazy all year.
It's one
Yeah.
of the main factors. Not all of it.
It's lazy all year,
That-
but they still care.
Oh,
You have to add that part on.
that gets pretty quiet. I mean, it's a big booming lazy all, and then but they care.
But they still care.
Who's
So that
singing
wasn't
that?
That's
Sing
me.
out of them.
That was me.
That's you
Actually,
with
I
the
did the-
serious auto tuner.
I did the demo that I had one of I have a series of singing boys that I can bring in here at any moment.
Is that like Josh Groban?
It's,
that was
it's
pretty-
like, it's like a
pretty powerful
it's
ballad.
It's a Grobany boy that I brought in here. Yeah.
So I wrote down a list of firefighter questions. Here we go.
Oh,
Question
gosh,
number
here we
one.
go.
Do you guys get irritated? I started to talk about this
Yes.
on Twitch. That do you have to put on your bunker gear every single call? And I understand which.
but is that true? I don't know that. You're saying something
No, I-
that you don't even know. He's saying that you guys have to put on your bunker gear every time you get a call without even asking you, which is one of the reasons why I love him.
So you remember when your parents would always like make you be prepared all the time, and they'd get up on their soapbox and be like, "Listen, if you don't do this every single time, it's going to end up biting you in the butt." It only takes one at 3 a.m. for you to be like, "This is BS," and then you turn the corner and there's a big column of smoke. And the whole sky's lit up really bright, and you're like, "Oh, this will be the last time I don't put on my gear, no matter if it sounds like BS or not."
But I feel like Tom's good for 3 of those. You're good for 3 of those, right? I feel like you are.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's when I start putting the pants on. When I see the
Especially-
smoke, I'm not putting my
Yeah.
pants on until I see the smoke. That's all I'm saying.
Especially nowadays.
Hold on, that's a great shirt. I'm not putting my pants on until I see the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Especially nowadays, like with phones, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody is trying to get a garden hose. Nobody's trying to get anybody out of the house. Everybody just has their phone as you pull up.
Wait
So
a minute. I saw
if
some,
you're
wait,
sitting there in
who
your
was it that
boxers,
was using the hose, a famous person. It was Ashton Kutcher.
yeah.
It was
Oh, in
Ashton Kutcher
California?
in California.
Yeah.
He
Good for him.
uses the
Saved his
hose.
house.
He did
Yeah.
save his house.
yeah, that's because he's got security cameras everywhere. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
all the
He got
footage
that punked
anyway.
money.
Yeah. Oh,
Did
yeah.
you know there's private fire departments
Yeah.
out in California?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the gig to
God,
get.
you guys need to start a private fire department.
Yeah.
How can we convince you to do that? We'll invest.
Well, there's no need for it out here. That's the problem.
Yeah, but we'll create
So
a
the-
need.
the-
We'll start fire.
all right, good thinking.
The crazy thing about it
I'm
is
an idea guy.
nobody, like, you can pay, right? But if they see something on their way, they're going to stop there. So you're paying for them to fight fire the first time
Nope,
they see
no,
it.
but
no,
that's
no.
the thing. You
It's in
never
their
stop.
contract. It's in their
Oh,
contract. If they
right.
stop, you're fired on the
Like,
spot.
I'm not
Right, yeah.
even gonna shoot the water at the next door neighbor.
No,
You
no,
know what I'm
no,
saying?
no.
Like, even
Yeah.
if I, because
Even
I'm
if
only
he's begging me, I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Rules are rules.
yeah,
Right.
I only
Good luck.
I only spray if you pay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay to
It's-
spray.
pay to spray. Write
Pay
that
to
down.
spray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the neighbors, no spray.
And then
Only
I got
the
it.
pay.
We'll call it smoke pants.
Second question.
Okay.
So me and Daniel were.
I'm Daniel.
We were
Right.
driving yesterday, and a fire truck and ambulance was coming up quick behind us, and we had to pull off the road.
Well, I was not driving, sir.
Oh, yeah. Tesla
You're
pulled off.
insane.
Yeah, you're right.
Way
Hands-free.
too drunk to drive.
Hands-free.
Yeah. And so everybody's
That's not
pulling
funny.
over.
There's
and,
nothing funny about that.
And it reminds me, I see this happen all the time, and I want to get your guys' perspective because I'm sure you see this every day. So every time I pull over for a fire truck or an ambulance or whatever,
You salute, which I think is weird. It's a little bit of overkill.
I
but-
get out and
he
salute.
does. He gets out and salutes and stands by.
So when I see it coming, I pull over, and I'll get up on top of the medium because
Oh, I
I.
thought you were going to
Oh,
get
on
on the
top
top
of
of
your
your
car,
truck.
just to
I think you
salute. I
should
was
get
like,
on the top
ooh.
of your truck and salute. That would be awesome,
I-
like Dan Newland does on the 18-wheelers.
I'll drive.
These things are dangerous.
I'll drive up on sidewalks because I use it as my opportunity to drive on stuff because then because I
Free
realize
sidewalk driving.
yeah, because I realized like every cop is gonna be like, oh wait, he's trying to get out of the way of a fire truck. We'll never give him a ticket for anything he does because he's trying to get out of the way of a fire
How
truck.
long? You drive all the way down the sidewalk?
No, so I can get on
So you
anything.
stay on the sidewalk for how long?
I get a drive on bushes. I'll do whatever I want.
I like that.
And so it's a little micro fun you get to do when it's like a lawless situation because you'll
Yeah.
never. But anyway,
As long as
Oh.
you can hear the siren, from what I understand,
you do
your
it.
ears are under martial law, and you can do whatever you want.
so but inevitably every time I'll see everybody trying to get out of the way, and then I'll see one old lady freeze because she's
The
terrified.
sirens are scary.
Yeah, she's terrified that the fire truck's coming, and she.
I'm being pulled over.
Instead of getting out of the way, she'll just freeze where she's at,
Yeah.
and then the fire truck will be like, "Go, go!" Like
I
honking
do
their
like it when
giant
you guys
horn.
do that. When you
And then the old lady's just shaking, and they're frozen in fear.
So the question is,
And
have
she's-
you ever killed an old lady with your siren?
and she's afraid to even go out into the
Intersection?
Intersection. There we go. Sorry,
well, she needs to go.
Yeah, that's right.
She's literally having a traumatic moment.
Because she's like, oh, I break the law. I gotta follow the law. I can't go out to the intersection because that's against the law. Because she doesn't realize that you could do whatever you want when the fire truck's behind you. Get out of the damn way. So anyway, how many times does that happen? All the time. And have you ever rammed
So
the old
I think
You ever
there was,
ram the old lady?
yeah.
there was a question in there, right?
Yeah.
How often
Yeah.
does the
I mean,
frozen old
that-
lady?
We don't like to insult your intelligence. We like
Right.
for you to fish the question out.
And you guys, you never stick your head out the window and start screaming
Hey,
at her.
move
like
it, you old bag!
You're just honking the
We-
horn that makes her frozen. in
We
fear.
had a guy years ago. It was caught on camera, but basically the
Oh, I
lieutenant
love
was
these.
so frustrated because there was a car that just wouldn't move out of the way that he was just flipping them off. Like he flipped them off, and as he finally got out of the way, like a mile down the road and everything, and he ended up getting in trouble for expressing his frustration.
Oh God!
Yeah, but
Some
that's-
Karen's filming
Yeah,
you,
you can't
and
do
like,
that.
look at this
Yeah.
chief
Well, we
flipping
have-
this old lady off. Oh, get out of the way,
We
you
have-
old bag!
Okay,
we
get
have
in here,
drive
Patrick.
cams. We have drive cams, so like the camera's always on us when we're driving.
We've got a false safe touch security call to get to.
But yes, to answer your
turn around.
question,
Or
to
when we
answer your question, that's daily. On a
Okay.
daily basis, that happens.
I feel like more like public service announcement should be put out for people to get the hell out of the way.
Well, that was the
Because they
first time.
Don't do it.
That was the first time when we were driving back yesterday from a broadcast. That was the first time I've ever had to move my car out of the way for like a fire truck. Because normally,
First time ever?
because normally fire trucks I don't know why this has ever happened, but they normally have enough room to move through. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this particular where we were at, it was really
There's a
tight.
two-lane
Yeah.
road,
And I'm
yeah.
looking around, I'm like, well, this is wild. And then I turned over to the side, and it was really remarkable how many people just didn't seem to care at all, or want to react. And I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, guys, let's do. And then the other thing that was a little dangerous and weird is that as soon as the fire truck got through, I'm giving them some grace, right? Because they're still driving and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, they're
Everybody behind us starts cutting us all off like crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to let them get it out of their system because this is nuts.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
it goes both ways though, right? Because it can be rush hour and you can come up to an intersection that's just packed and there's nowhere for any of them to go. And we have drivers that'll just lay on that air horn the entire time. And it's like, come on, man, give them give them a few seconds because they can't go left or right, and you're just
I feel like
laying
you're talking
on the
to me.
horn.
I feel like you're talking to me, and I'm not even driving, but I would be doing that. I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mad.
But, like, you're allowed to jump over the median and then go into the opposite, as long as you're safe. Like, if they're stopped or whatever, you can.
I think you're
you can
taking
really
it.
do
No,
whatever.
he's right. So
I think
that's
you're taking advantage though a little.
No,
bit.
no,
If I
so-
see you like jump the median, start doing donuts.
No,
No,
they
it's
said I
called
could
due
do it.
regard,
They said I
right?
could.
If we can drive safely, right? Super
regard.
safe. And then you're talking about taking oncoming traffic. So it's kind of like a last resort type of thing. But yeah, if you need to get somewhere and that's the only way to do it, then
I like that. Tom Do Regard Van.
Yeah, Tom do regard.
Yeah.
And so
Do regard. Come here, boy.
I did it when I was a new engineer. I had a lieutenant and he was looking down at the computer and I had taken oncoming traffic and he was an old school just like Swamp Billy, and he looked up and he was like I mean, he freaked out because he had no idea we did it.
Holy
and now he
ding
just
dong
sees, it's almost like that old video that you see of like them waking up the dude in the back seat,
Yeah,
with the headlights in their eyes, kind of that's what he thought he had going on. So
let me ask you a ladder truck question.
And then we probably should talk about the event.
Oh, yeah. That's St. Baldrick's.
Yeah.
The day before St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, we could leave all these questions as cliffhangers, and then people have to show up to get the answers.
them all.
You
Ooh.
should show up because
These are questions that'll get the people out.
I like that.
I have to get these out. I saved these up for since the last time you came into it.
He was looking through a file cabinet. I was like, "You put things on file?" He's like, "I gotta find my firefighter question."
Hey, every year, I'm like, I'm going to save some firefighter questions for Steve and John for St. Baldrick's. So the ladder truck. Every time I see the ladder truck, I look up at it, and then I'm like, when's the last time they used that ladder? Especially in Florida.
I think
Like
they
I
have
understand
to.
New York City.
I think they have to. What do you mean by use? I think they got to shoot it up and down a couple times a month just to make sure it shoots.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
I would
testing
be.
the ladder.
I'd be a good firefighter. This guy, all your ladders would be rusted shut. Everybody dead.
No,
Me, I'd be.
Oh,
God.
the lazy all year. This is why he wants to be a firefighter, right?
That's really what.
Full circle. Full circle.
Did I
only
not tell
tested
you
out.
he inspired the song?
Yeah, I think that's why he's asking all these questions.
Yeah, he's
No.
The
obsessed.
due regard didn't get you? Just being able to take oncoming traffic? You're not sold?
I just want to know that because I see the ladder and then I'm like, man, it's Florida, and I haven't seen like a high-rise fire in a long time. I would see it on the news or TikTok.
Jump out of the building.
No, I feel like I would see it on the news or the social media anytime they use the ladder, and then like firefighters are climbing up a ladder into a building.
Oh, I like that. I like that
know,
when
like
you guys
in
have
New
to
York-
lean out, and then you got to lean a child down and through another window.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, get it.
I'm like, that would blow up on social media.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm like, I haven't seen the ladder being used in a long time. And I'm like, well, I bet that's they all come like that. And in Florida, they probably just they probably have generations of firefighters that have never actually used the ladder during an emergency to climb into a fire building.
Have you either of you ever used the ladders? With
During an emergency.
without testing them,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
shooting them around.
Yeah.
You're talking about the big...
I knew it!
No, hold on.
I knew it!
We
this
just
has
need
gone
clarification. We
I
need
knew I was
clarification.
right.
Most
'Cause
liars
I don't-
need clarification.
I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes you get all over the place. So we just
All
need to
right.
bring it back in.
Okay,
And we need to ask a specific
Yeah.
question.
I feel like that
Are
was
you
super
talking
specific.
about like
The ladder truck.
the
You
hand
gotta-
ladder, or you're talking about the
No,
big
not
ladder?
the
Okay.
right-
All
yeah,
right.
use ladders all
All
the
right.
time.
We're talking about the stereotypical shoot it at the
Okay.
high rise.
on top
Right,
of the
right.
truck.
You lift the Asian kid
Yeah.
out of the window into
Right.
another window.
Yeah, or
So-
you just get up there and have to
John, he works for the city of Orlando,
Okay.
which is a very urban area with tall buildings. So he
He
absolutely
doesn't look very urban. He looks like a cracker-ass cracker. I don't know. I just wanted to call him that.
So his department uses them quite often.
Oh,
for
really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a ladder man?
They're fighting fire left and right.
Man, this guy's
High-rise
lying.
fire.
I know.
No, absolutely.
Hold on, John's turning
Bullet.
red. John is redder than our chairs.
And he's bullying his own brother John, which I like. That's part of the reason I want to be a firefighter.
So-
there's a lot of bullying.
In Orange
Mostly
County,
bullying and lazy.
in Orange County, we do have mid-rises, so that's like 6 floors or lower,
Ah.
which is still too high for an engine to get to. So you still need ladder trucks for that. But But we can also use them for long buildings, right? Like if a fire starts on the west side of a building and it's working its way east, we can get a ladder up and then we can shoot water and basically put a stop on it so it doesn't.
Oh, that's cool.
It doesn't go the whole way.
Angle
and
game.
and you know the trucks you're talking about, that nozzle will say it has as much, like it has the most water we have in the department. So like you're getting the most water, the most gallonage of water on the fire at one time.
That's the one you want to blast people's trophies off of.
So that's
Right.
the hose at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that.
I read
hose.
that children's book.
God.
The
Right.
hose at the top of the ladder.
I
Yeah.
just use that instead of getting out the hose and carrying that all.
Yeah, ladder all day.
Just use the ladder hose.
Did I miss anything?
No, you did. You got it.
Sure. Did I give you guys enough credit? Okay. Great.
Steve, you didn't mention if you have ever used the
I'm not a truckie.
Okay.
I've never been a truckie.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you? What are you
that's
called?
Well, I'm an engineer, so I drive.
Oh, that's a cool title.
Yeah, it's super cool.
You get to
Yeah.
drive the truck?
Yeah, I get to drive.
Yeah,
the
that's
truck.
what I want to do.
Yeah. Now, yeah, he is too. So I'm semi-retired.
Who's better at driving the trucks? Who
he
would win
is.
in a truck race?
Oh, he is
I
totally.
drive by myself.
So do I.
What?
So do I.
By yourself?
I'm on a tanker now. I'm on a tanker, but like he's in very narrow areas, very
Yeah.
urban,
Yeah.
high density. I mean, this guy's a true hero here.
Let's set up an obstacle course.
So I don't know how we can do that.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to ride in a truck really. I want to ride in a fire truck really
No,
fast.
I'm semi-retired. I'm on a tanker, so the only calls I have to run now are if there is a structure fire or a brush fire and there are no hydrants around.
Gotcha.
You know, so now I can add myself to other calls. Like if we get an auto accident, it sounds like it might. You know, I'll go out there for an extra set of hands or whatever. But it's like I don't drive nearly as much as the guys that work.
Hey,
You know,
auto accident. I'll be right out there to cut some bras off.
How like when you're
You ever
driving
cut a
on-
bra off?
yes.
How
Look, do you
mu-
see how everybody in here's cut a
They
bra
didn't
off except for me.
hesitate on that
I'm
one.
wondering, even
Yeah.
though
There was no clarification.
Even Citrus Craft, he's cut bras off in his
almost.
bar.
Yeah,
every
we
weekend.
practice doing that
Citrus
even
City.
without the auto accident. That's just
Yeah, you got to know how to do that.
How
and it's
heavy-
with those angle scissors.
is the bra.
I call them golf scissors because they look like a golf club, like a putter. You use those to cut the bra.
I like those ankles.
I do
Bras of
too.
life.
I do too.
We should order some of those from
bras
the
of
studio.
life.
Tom and Dan angled bra scissors. Those would sell.
They're better. Like I'd rather use the angle scissors
Yeah.
for everything, like cutting paper.
It
They're
feels
better
more
for
It
everything.
feels more gentlemanly that I don't have to hold my hand like this. I gotta.
yeah.
I can hold my hand like an American shakes another American's hand.
Like why don't you use them for wrapping paper? They're better for wrapping paper.
It would be better for wrapping.
How heavy?
Is the tanker truck and does it cost like?
Oh, I
Because
thought you meant how heavy the wrapping paper.
No,
Because
no, no.
my wife's wrapping paper this
Yeah.
year was thick.
it's filled with water, so it's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah, yeah.
insane. Like
Yeah, so I don't know what the tare weight of the actual vehicle is, but the water, we have 3,500 gallons, and it's roughly 8 pounds a gallon of water, so whatever that math is.
So just driving that thing, like starting and stopping, is insane, right?
Yeah, it only goes like 48 miles an hour,
top speed.
top speed. And then we have what's called baffles in there, because if you think about it, right, like if you're driving, so there's little walls in there to break up the water, because if it,
I'm
from
familiar
sloshing
by,
with a baffle.
with being a waterbed connoisseur.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, right.
I know
this guy
everything
knows.
about baffles. I know when they changed it from the 80s to the 90s, they
Yeah.
got baffles,
Yeah.
changed the waterbed industry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It did.
Sorry.
But not as
Yeah.
much fun. You know, harder to baby oil your baffles.
Right.
You know, like-
So it's slow to begin with, and then it does, like, luckily, you know, that kind of controls any of the
Alright.
real issues.
I got
but,
a question. Why do you guys wear your radios on those big, long, super long straps? Is that so you can fit over all your gear too?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
So one of my favorite things on TikTok recently has been firefighters wasting time at the house.
I told you inspired the song.
And
He got me on it too. It's a great channel.
And it's and now it's in my algorithm,
Yeah,
so I
it's
get it all the
fantastic.
time.
All I watch now are pedophiles getting beat up on Instagram and firefighters making food and chilling.
Have you seen the Jaws of Life egg challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're like, oh, get out of here. They're like, oh, that's like 6 months ago,
Yeah.
you fool.
That was.
And I'll explain it to the audience.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I haven't seen this.
So you put an egg on a cone inside the firehouse.
Okay.
And then the firefighter has to use use the jaws of life to gently. It's like kind of like the bulldozers opening a beer. You know, like they have to.
Those are my favorite videos. Like, I love the bulldozer opening a beer videos. Have you seen the one where the little girl's holding the beer?
Oh yeah.
And then the dad opens it, and then she chugs it. It's not a real beer. It's hilarious.
But you take the jaws of life and you ever so gently pick the egg up off one cone and then without cracking it or letting it drop, and then transfer it to another cone. And if you could do that in the least amount of time,
like
you're the jaws of life
you're
champion.
The king. Yeah.
So can you guys do that? I mean, how hard?
Sounds like a no to me.
They need some clarification.
You know what it is. Yeah. How good are you with the jaws of life? How gentle is your
how
touch?
gentle are your jaws? Are you gentle jaws? Are you sloppy all over the place, crushing everything, gentlemen?
John,
I think
on.
I would be a delicate gentleman.
I've never successfully done it. I'll put it that way.
I would be good at it, I feel like. Because I seriously,
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
good at editing and I think that I'd be able to get it. In fact, I think I'd be able to grab the egg with the jaws of life, take it over, and dink, dink, crack the egg. I think I crack the egg.
I think we should try it right now. You have some in your car, right?
You have
Jaws
jaws of life?
Absolutely.
You could use those just to sit around and break stuff, right? Like you could just use them to destroy everything and
We're to crush an open.
Let's buy some jaws of life.
How expensive do you think?
How
it is?
much?
You can probably get one.
Can we buy your used jaws?
I bet you can get one on Facebook Marketplace. Look it up on Facebook
Here we go.
Marketplace. No, there's got to be some jaws of life around, right?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Used jaws of life.
Anybody can purchase that.
Oh,
right?
dude, $395.
Oh, get two.
Dude, get two. We'll each have one. I'm gonna carry mine. I'm gonna do mine like concealed carry. I'm gonna do concealed carry jaws of life.
Does that come with everything? Does that come with like the base with the like the motor and the hydraulic fluid?
Sold out. Oh, it's sold out, man. Everybody's carrying these things.
I forgot
no,
you need
1800. This is 1800.
Maybe that's where all the eggs are going.
Yeah, this is 1800.
This challenge has inspired everyone, and now eggs cost $20 a dozen.
There's a used one right there.
Okay.
They say it's a
Matro
bird
hydraulics.
Oh, but that's just the wand, or
Yeah, we can get one
a
of
motor.
We'll get a whole hydraulic pump and everything. We'll get the whole nine.
Sorry, guys. Listen, I feel like Steve and John are firefighter buddies. I've got firefighter friends, and we
were excited that you guys are coming in because we like to play around, and you guys like. Well, we think you like to play around. We didn't really ask.
Yeah. No, it's fine because you guys do awesome work for St. Patrick's every year, and
we get excited.
Yeah.
When real men come in here, we try to impress you, and we maybe make ourselves look stupid.
No. Well, because I feel like I'm an unofficial firefighter at this point
done
because
so
I
many
know
things,
so
and
much
I feel
about
like I'm an unofficial victim in a fire.
I've done the training back in the radio days.
Yeah, you did. And I know.
I put the gear on.
You went through the maze, didn't you?
Yeah, I went through the maze. I
did.
did all that.
And then
How'd you like the maze?
They smoked it all up.
I did not know you guys had to do that. And I was like,
He told me. I said, "How was that?" He goes, "That was terrifying."
Did you have gear on?
Yeah.
gear.
Good.
Yeah,
You were on air. Nice.
And he said, "Well, that was not fun."
I will complain, and I did complain about this when it
this will
happened.
make you a great firefighter.
But he likes that kind of stuff.
Complaining?
So like the idea of it being terrifying. Like he came out, he's like, "Oh yeah, that was terrifying," but he likes the challenge of it. So when he says he would enjoy the firefighting aspect of it, there's no doubt in my mind he would. 100%. You like that stuff.
And this is mainly.
Do you like sleep?
No,
he doesn't like sleep.
Okay,
Never
well,
sleep.
Yeah, great.
I like Adderall and TRT, which is another reason. Fire. Anyway,
We've done so much bad today. So much bad today.
Anyway, back to the engineers that engineered the safety equipment that firefighters wear. When your air is running out, could you make a less nerve-wracking alarm that's going off in my ear when I'm my air's
You want
running
like
low?
a gentle chime.
What about
Not
just,
a you're gonna die.
The vibro alert.
I was
I've never
different.
heard this.
I was 100% different on this. I like the idea of it shocking you, like telling you, because you're supposed to get the hell out of it.
So when I did that, I'm climbing through the pitch black maze with full bunker gear, and I run into the bungee cords,
Ropes,
which I'm tangled up in there, right?
Yep.
So
and he's not known for his elegance, right, of moving things. He probably
just try to.
he's gonna brunt force.
No,
whip
he's
it.
not.
Yeah.
He's gonna try, but
And
he's
start
not gonna
punching-
get
yeah.
there.
and by the way, this is in a Bruce Willis AC duct style, like that is the room you have, right?
It was not for Dan.
With air tank in your back, which is just tangled up in all the lines, or whatever. So then my air's running out, and the sound that it had is like, nah, 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 which they told me, like, when your air starts running out, don't panic. Well, can you make the alarm? Like, maybe.
Or have it say, don't panic.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like, that's
Yeah.
that was my original, like, years ago. I was like, why don't they just have it say that so it will remind you instead of it going like an MRI? Like,
Yeah.
How about a little final countdown? Something a little.
some exciting music
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
you revved
Tom,
up.
you're about to die.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, how about a little Godsmack so I can make it out of here?
The
you know?
blasting, the in my ears
Disturbed?
only makes my heartbeat faster and my breaths faster.
Well, then you start sucking air, right?
right?
Just like scuba diving, when people start to freak out, you look and you just see
Oh,
it.
speaking of scuba diving, I saw another thing on TikTok. Wearing your full bunker gear, you can scuba dive in it. I saw some firefighters
Really?
do it in a backyard pool on TikTok.
Oh, you guys got to do that.
And I was like,
That's
whoa.
awesome.
And they're underwater.
You did it?
I mean, you do it for training. Like,
Yeah,
in case
dive
you-
training.
In case you fall in a pool, they want you to know that you can breathe air
Yeah.
and sit there and float and try to.
What?
Yeah, they were full underwater.
That's awesome.
And I was like, wow.
They need to tell us more. They need to tell us civilians about this stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Tom and Dan are giving us a lot of material for activities we could have next year. Maybe at St.
Ooh.
Baldrick's.
Dude,
Yeah, we
uh,
could have a little.
fire
people
engine,
putting gear on would be funny.
We
you
could have
know,
a dunk tank with full gear.
Well, it would be funny.
that'd be awesome.
If you're just panning underwater and a bunch of like a fat scuba diver like a firefighters
He's holding an axe. He's holding an axe. He's
in a
just standing
reef
up.
with
Yeah.
fishes around.
Yeah.
That would be funny. That's a good TikTok video.
That is a great
if we
TikTok.
can get millions of views if you could.
Okay, next year, you know what we could do? And this is the one, because I love the video you guys did this year. Like, it feels like everything, kind of got stepped up. And it looked great, and we're obviously proud.
Thanks to Citrus City for
thank
their-
you guys.
That was
Yeah,
them.
That was all Mia and Juliana.
Well,
They're
they're
our
awesome.
social
Yeah.
media
And
team.
it like
Incredible.
the fit and the finish. I'm one of those guys. I like that kind of stuff, and I thought it looked great. We are obviously proud to be a part of it, but not a bad idea. Next year, you could put on full gear, and I'll film you underwater holding a St. Baldrick's sign. You're holding
Yeah,
a
okay,
sign
yeah.
that says "Donate to St. Baldrick's,"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're in full gear.
Yeah, but I need to be like in a reef with fish
We can do
around.
it. Give us an excuse to go scuba diving.
Yeah, we'll get around the
We'll
Keys.
expense it. We'll just expense it.
Look up full bunker.
You guys
gear,
want to
too.
come party in the Keys to shoot a dumb video?
Okay, so
Absolutely.
we joke around
Yeah,
a
we do.
lot
We
with
do.
Steve, John, just because they've been in so many years, and we're giving them S. But it's awesome that you guys do this every year, and
Yeah, we're all about-
everybody should support St. Baldrick's. Look, just
support your kid charities, folks,
Yeah.
please. Right now, there's not a lot of things that instantly make you feel good, right? We all know that. This is an instant feel good. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. Go and donate to your kid charities.
Citrus City Craft from 1 to 5, March 16th.
Yep.
Yeah, March 16th, and just head by, donate some money, drink some beer, support these guys. I know a lot of people are shaving their heads. Steve, are
some
you shaving your
info.
head this year?
Yeah, I don't normally
You got a lot
have
of hair,
this
man.
have this going. So I haven't cut my hair since July. When,
Okay.
so I do a charity bike ride in Charlotte in July. So I shaved it before that, and then I haven't cut it since. But so for those that don't know what St. Baldrick's is, it's a national organization based in California, and they have all these feeder events all over the nation. And so we have the second longest running feeder event in the Central Florida area.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
275, and they're like in the 6 digits now.
yeah, so you keep
as
your
the
event
numbers.
number. Like whenever you get assigned an event, you keep that number as long as you've been doing it. So what John said is, we're number 275 in the nation,
Awesome.
and they're up to what?
I don't know. They're in the 6 digits.
Well,
Yeah.
6 digits.
It's-
That's hundreds of thousands
Yeah,
of
it's,
events.
it's
So
tons.
yeah, so we've been doing it a long time, but the concept is, I am choosing the route of growing my hair out. So what happens when, when I go to my daughter's water polo game or whatever, somebody sees me and they're like, what gives? Normally you look even more, dashing than this look you have going on right here.
Then you're
So
Sprout.
yeah, so it gives me right. So it gives me a chance to kind of talk about the event, raise some awareness and things like that. And then I'll go and on the 16th I'll shave my head, and then when I go back to the fire station, when I see those same people, it'll raise some more awareness, and I just get a chance to kind of explain what's going on. My personal stories, I do it because I lost my first child. He lived 5 months, and he passed away from cancer. So that's how I got involved. I started an event with Orange County Fire Department. A couple of years in, I noticed that Orlando had an event, and we were doing it on the exact same day.
I remember, yeah.
So I reached out to John, and John was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I would not still be doing this event if I didn't have John, because it would it's just too much for me to take on, and I need to give him all the credit in the world because he handles all the emails. He's the one. He's the one that prompts me, "Hey man, you got to get off your butt. We got to get moving on this stuff."
Yeah, he'll hit us up and stuff.
Yeah,
we love you guys, man.
He's very good at all of that stuff.
And please never stop doing it with us.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. No, we'll always support you guys. And
until you stop doing it, and even then we may decide to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I know you won't. I know you won't.
So it needs to be said, though, that you don't have to shave your head. A lot of people will avoid the event. They feel self-conscious. They feel guilty because, I don't want to go out there and I'm not shaving my head. There are hundreds of people that will be there that are not shaving their head, because you can come out, you can support, you can hear some of the stories. We have an honored family every year because we want to put a face with where the money and the donations are going. We don't want it to just be, some big machine, right? So we find a local family every year that's going through it. The family gets support. They get to see awesome, that, hey, there are people out there that are thinking about us, and they're actively trying to find a cure, and they're supporting us. And then all of the people that come out, they get to see, this could be me, right? This could be my nephew or my niece or whatever it may be. Yeah. And but you don't have to shave your head, and you don't have to be a firefighter. You can come out, you can grab a chair. There's some raffles that we'll do. There's a kid zone if you have any kids to bring them out. There's food trucks out there. Citrus City, obviously, they're going to provide the spirits.
Awesome spot.
And they do a great job. We're going to have, like I said, we'll have the raffles. We'll have a cornhole tournament. There's going to be a beer Olympics. What's that?
Beer Olympics.
Yeah, the beer Olympics will be out there. So if you don't have a team, that's fine. We'll throw you on a team if you want to go out there and just have some fun, with some other guys. There will be a lot of firefighters out there for, any single ladies or men, whatever. Hey,
there you go.
So
come out there and see some muscle.
One of our things is it's easy to get firefighters to join because, we're firefighters, and firefighters tend to like to just do things for a good cause, right?
Yeah.
To drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of our problems is we're trying to get into the corporate area where you get, I don't know, 4 or 5 guys at a law firm or I don't know, pest control company or something, and they form a team, and then you get people after the event when they show up with their head shaved, and they're why is your head shaved, and then they get to tell the story of why their head shaved, and I think that would be so awesome to have more corporate
participation.
Yeah.
So and to finish the point,
it's more impactful there. I would feel like.
Well, so
it's not a normal look in that world, and it definitely is a questionable.
But even as a firefighter, if you get 4 guys on your crew to go shave their head, you show up to houses for medical calls, and people are looking at you and going, "Okay, this isn't normal. What's going on?" And you get to share, right, and you get to spread that awareness. And what John's saying is that kind of that point, now take 4 or 5 guys that all work in the same office, and they shave their head. It's just a whole nother audience and a whole, it's just a whole nother group of people that we're not touching right now.
Gotcha.
That we would love to, just filter out and, make our way throughout the area to the, as we like to say, civilians.
Yeah.
And even cops. We'd love to have cops come out.
Sure.
You don't mean that, right?
I mean, we don't need it.
That's a joke. Yeah, they get touchy.
No,
I get some emails.
It's an awesome event.
I'm joking around.
And it's great that you guys do it every year. And people often look past that and the effort it takes to even do events every year. And
it's hard to set these things up, man.
Yeah. And then it's just because it's
time. It's time away from your own family. It's time away from your own work. It's your own personal time just to keep your head straight, and but we certainly appreciate you guys doing it.
Well, we're looking we raised 49,500 last year.
Good
With
Lord.
that was our
Our
first
second
year.
highest.
Yeah, it was the
That's
second highest we've ever
fantastic.
done. It's the first year we were Citrus, and when we went in for our first meeting this year, they were like, "What can we do? What can we do to make it better?" And I was like, "Guys, we just raised 49.5. Let's
Yeah.
just." Dude,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
not rock the boat. Let's
Keep
not
doing
change
it,
it.
yeah.
And Citrus is like, no, F that. Like, nope, we're going to do better. We want to do better. We want to do better, kind of thing. And so it's been an awesome partnership with
Awesome.
them. So they have so much space out in the parking lot and
Yep.
things like that. And the
Yeah, it's
beer's cold.
That's a killer bar.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so just head by, donate some money,
Yeah.
buy a raffle ticket.
So it's the
get some
most
beers.
simple charity thing you can do is just to go have a beer and drop,
Yeah.
$5, $10, $1, whatever.
Yep.
Just donate a little bit, or just get awareness and set yourself up for next year.
And even-
Whatever.
And
even if you can't make it out, we do have on our Instagram, we have the QR codes. You can donate through there. If for
nice.
some reason you're not local or something like that, it's easy to donate.
how
online
can people
as well.
find that?
If you just go to Citrus City Craft on Instagram, I believe it's our latest post or the
Great.
second most recent. It's like the second picture on there. It's a QR code. You can just donate right from there.
And this
or,
website again is called Instagram.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're a
It's
boomer,
new. Yeah, it's a new.
if you're a
thing.
boomer, then you can still go to stbaldricks.org, and then
Okay.
in the search bar, search Central Florida.
Well, you'll go to Google and then you'll type in Facebook.
right,
And then
right.
once you
That's
get
what I do.
there, log in and
Yeah.
then post to everybody Celery City
Yeah.
Craft, and then you post, and that's a post, and then people will be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have posted this. You were looking for this," and then they'll fix it up for you. Gotcha. That's what my mom used to do.
Did she still have AOL?
She would post things like
Come
she would
going,
just no,
going.
she's gone, but she would post like Maisie's name, just like because she was searching for pictures. So you'd look at her Facebook and it would just say like Maisie Dennis, and I'd be like, oh no, oh no, what is she doing?
Guys, thanks so much
Yeah,
again.
we
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you
us.
guys.
For
Thanks
doing
for
this.
being here. Let me give you a blast here. There
Yeah.
you go. I know you get enough of those, but that's an
Does that
official.
give you
out of the
PTSD?
road.
Yeah, that's an
Get out of the
official
road.
Tom and Dan blast.
Tom, does that give you PTSD from being in the maze?
I'm telling you, it was more of a conk with vibrations.
Yeah.
Which
That's the best part.
Which the vibrations scare you
Yeah.
more than the noise.
I like that.
It's like I just need one or the other.
I wore-
Not both.
Sometimes I have on
does
date
I-
nights.
Here we
sometimes
go.
Sometimes I'll have my wife wear her oxygen mask out on date night, and I'm controlling the oxygen, if you know what I mean.
By the way, I didn't get out before I ran out.
I know we did. Yeah.
I just ran out.
Didn't they have to?
No,
No,
I
they
just,
pulled you at the end, right?
I just took my mask off, and then I'm like, I'm stuck in here. And then I opened the thing.
It's like opening a smoker.
Yeah, sweating my balls off. By the way, it's so hot. Put some more air holes in this thing.
Yeah, put some air
God,
conditioning. You ever
hot.
thought about air conditioning? The
Yeah,
tube? Because most houses that are burning have air conditioning. Duh.
Yeah. I have an oxygen tank. Run that through my suit. If I ever ran out of air faster.
Puffy air suit.
Give me 2 tanks. Anyway, sorry. All right. We have to blow another 2 minutes. Let's just, what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything cool? You got a boat? Who's got a boat?
I don't have a boat.
No
Tom's
boats?
doing crowd work now.
Yeah.
Who's got a boat?
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm gonna choke on my mouth. No, I almost died. Who's got a boat out here? I'm like, hold on. Let me record this for TikTok.
Is
I gotta
Matt
record-
Rife? Is Matt Rife in your feed as well
I gotta
with his
record
crowd
Tom doing.
work?
Hold on. Let me get my phone. I gotta
back
record
2
you doing.
minutes left.
This is Tom doing crowd work. Any boat owners out there? What kind of boat you got?
So in
This is
the
where you get the good
in the
clips.
fire
Oh my
service,
God.
it's
Okay,
either
yeah.
the young guys that have a boat because it's the first job they've had, and they're like, "Ooh, I have so much money," and
Yeah,
of course that's
yeah.
a bad decision.
The chat
Or-
room thinks you and I are on drugs today.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're like, why are they so weird today?
No, this is usual.
I thought this is par for the course.
Yeah, this is
Thank
what
you.
they
expect.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Finally, somehow have a
No,
friend
we
step up for us.
you guys don't see it, but we're outside stretching, like we're going through, like we're
Stretching, that's for girls.
because we need to get ready for
Stretching's
you
girls.
two.
My daughter stretches.
We
and
need to
she's
get
a
ready
dancer.
for you two, so we need to just loosen up and just be
Baseball
very,
players don't stretch.
very pliable.
Baseball players don't stretch at all. Pitchers do, but they're gay.
Or the old guys that are about to retire, they can afford a boat as well. But everybody in between,
Yeah. No. That stinks.
yeah.
So what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything? Any plans? That
Kids softball games.
Softball games, nice.
My daughter's in water polo, so
That's
game.
rough.
Yeah,
You get punched in the face a lot in water polo.
she's a goalie.
Ooh.
Yeah, so what? Well, so
Weren't you
physically,
treading the whole time on
yeah,
it?
she's treading the whole time.
So she's an animal, man.
Listen, I love her to death. She's never played a team sport in her life, right? So she didn't want. She heard about the nail scratching and the fighting and all that.
it's
She's
rough.
like, I'm not sure about that, but I do want to play. So the starting goalie took her. She's a freshman, so the starting goalie took her under her wing. So she's learning a lot. But it was funny the other night. They didn't win. And she's never had to deal with team dynamics, right? So she's normally she's only ever swam, so she worries about her PR and everything. So she before she went to bed, she was like, I'm a little frustrated with the team, Dad, not gonna lie. And I was like, oh really? Tell me more, And she was like, I don't know. I just feel like they could have, put a little bit more, put a little more effort in. And I was like, well, I said, you're a very young team and everything. I said, but this is team dynamics. You love the fact that you have that support. Right, and you guys go out and do things as a team and everything, but you can't control everything, And so this is part of it. But
I think that's a girl thing, man. My daughter is too. Will call out laziness. Like she's like, I don't like that.
Yeah. So my daughter's a backup goalie, right?
Yeah.
And so in this sport, that you don't take a lot of time out. So when the coach says we'll be up 4 goals, and the coach will be like, okay, you're going in with 3 minutes left, but then the clock doesn't stop until there's 17 seconds left. And then she goes in for, garbage time, 17 seconds. So, she's beating herself up because she's like, oh, man, I let 2 goals in. And I was like, well, I mean, you've played less than a full game's worth of time, and you've never played before. I was like, slow down on your expectations.
I'd be pretty proud of it. And I like the... I'd be pretty proud. And I'd also say I like what I'm hearing out of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Momentum-wise. Because, nothing gets me more, inspired as a dad than when you hear something take root, and May was calling out some of her contemporaries for, I gotta be careful what I say.
Yeah, same.
About just running their mouth when the teacher's up there, and it's ballet, and ballet is it's very strict. It's almost military strict.
Did they have any shade covers for the bleachers? Do you have to do this during the day?
Games are at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
nice.
far,
That's
the
nice.
games.
That is nice.
It is.
The gingers are in.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You might want to investigate some water polo.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
Yeah, I had buddies that played, but it was brutal. The guys that I knew, I had a buddy get his nose broke because you're in there just punch.
Yeah.
You're throwing a volleyball, I guess, and you're just, and as you're throwing it, you punch your opponent in the face. Yeah. It's very difficult.
At least they're doing the games at night, though, because my son's swimming practice, when they used to do that, or during I was melting, blazing sun. I was like, God damn, this stinks.
Yeah, the swim meets start at 7 in the morning, and those last 7 hours.
God.
Those are miserable.
Because they have to set it up differently, right? Because they have to set up the water polo area. So they do it later, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, they take out all the lanes or whatever.
Well, with a big enough pool.
I think you're
I don't know.
overanalyzing it. The kids get out of school, and then they do some homework, and then they go play a game at night.
okay.
You know what I mean? Let's not overthink this.
St. Baldrick's.
Yeah. We're the overthinkers.
March 16th, Citrus City Craft.
Yep.
Go by and support these guys.
Yeah.
Again, it's from 1 to 5. Swing by. If you can't be there, shoot some money. We want to break that record this year because I think we could do it.
Yep.
stbaldricks.org.
There you go.
Central
There is
Florida.
a QR code if you decide to be generous. We would certainly appreciate it.
And thank you guys for effing around with us.
you.
I
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
we
really
we
thanks for
joke
having
around
us.
a lot. I'm sure a lot of your
I
buddies.
think you got your yearly dose. Garbage. Just straight garbage.
Do you even tell the other firefighters, hey, you got to listen to this? Or you're like, no.
Yeah,
We've done it
of
enough.
course we do.
We've done it enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome, guys. That was great. We're still on Twitch and YouTube, just so you know. Great job, y'all.
Thank you guys for
Oh, that was so fun.
That was fun.
Hopefully, it didn't get. It's hot in
You
here.
know,
now.
we go way far, and I hope you don't think it's too.
No,
It's fucking great. It's fun.
What are they saying on Twitch and YouTube?
Oh, they enjoyed it, but they did say that Tom and I are on drugs, and we're not. We're like sober as 2 judges, and but yeah, people are like, why are they being so crazy? What's happening today? A lot of that.
You know what it is because me and Dan.
I was excited that you guys are here, though. Like when you came back, I'm like, well, I love that guy.
Well, we know you guys so well that
We saw him at the wedding.
that also it's the
Yeah, but I forgot you were coming with them for Celery City, and then when I saw you, I'm like, yes.
You know what the dynamic? Steve provides a straight man that could talk.
Yeah.
John is
He's a
ultimate
backup,
straight
and he's
straight man.
backup,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so you guys together allow us to go totally crazy because you got the straight man. So now we go and we don't have to go straight at all. We're just all crazy.
And the first
That's true.
year, like the first year when we were done, I was like,
Which is
right?
happening?
I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" And I apologized to him. I was like, bro, I'm so sorry. Like that, I was not ready for this or whatever. And he goes, no. He goes, we're fucking nuts enough. Like we can't have another person.
No,
like,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just complete chaos. So
If
he
the
goes,
if the other person was
lunchtime?
nuts, we go back to we pull it back all the way. It just ebb and flow. They do.
Right. No.
Is it lunchtime now?